Hi everyone, my name is Oksana, and today together with me is our marketing manager Valerie Malecha, and we will tell you all about outsourcing in Ukraine. Outsourcing in Ukraine is open for all businesses. Either you're a small startup or you only need MVP to test your market assumptions, or you're a settled business already and you need more people to scale your IT capacity. So it's open from tech leaders to small startups. We have different services and different companies that can cover your request. As you can see, Ukraine and its outsourcing industry is one of the most, as they say, this and all the previous years, Ukraine IT industry is one of the most rapidly growing in our country. We have two main directions. It's a product development and it's an outsourcing companies. I'm sure you all heard about Grammarly, about PetCube, about GitLab, and also we have startups like Rocket, which is a food delivery app, and they just received investment and is growing quickly. And also you all heard about GitLab that just went to the IPO in New York. And we also have a skyrocketing blockchain industry. You should definitely check the Blockchain UA conference. It gathered, I don't know, like thousands of people this year from Ukraine, Israel, Europe, and USA. And you can check all the startups and everything what's going on here. We also had our own pavilion on Web Summit, and we presented the best startups and tech companies from Ukraine there this year. On the other hand, there is a very rich history of outsourcing industry. It's all started in 90s when people emigrated to USA and Europe, and they started companies here in Ukraine to outsource development and tasks they had from their companies, and that they wanted to develop all that they can cheaper. And over the past 12 months, it's the number of Ukrainian IT specialists has increased by 16%. So it's not a surprise that Amazon, Google, Oracle, and recently Reddit and more companies are setting their R&Ds here. We have big companies like SoftServe, EPAM, Luxoft. So if you need to develop a big company, a big product, companies like Google, they're going to this big company. They have thousands of developers on board already, and they can handle your tasks. And also there are smaller companies like us, like Qubit Labs. We start from one developer, and we can build your team from one till any number you need. But on average, it's we handle teams like from 1 to 30 people. It's the best number for us and for our processes. And according to Upwork, Ukraine is among one of top 3 freelance destination and number in top 3 of numbers of freelancers here in IT. Okay, it's great. The market is great. Everything is blooming and blossoming. But what does it bring to companies that have teams here, or if they want to hire? What should they watch for? So even despite Corona crisis, marketing in Ukraine is growing, and so many companies opened the world of remote work for themselves. So the industry is growing very quickly. Yes, Ukrainian developers are very professional. They have Western mindset. They are very dedicated to their work. And those are the reasons why so many companies are choosing Ukraine to set up or to hire the development teams. But at the same time, there are so many offers on the market that it's not only you who want to, it's not only you who are choosing developers, but developers also are choosing you. So you should build your brand strategy together with your vendor and improve communication during a recruiting process. If you want to know how you can do it and what are the best practices for recruiting in Ukraine, we had a video where my colleague Marta is talking about that. She's from our recruiting department, and they covered all the best practices how to find better and hire better developers in Ukraine. So what are things to consider? Sometimes we have clients that think that it's enough just to place a job description and they will receive CVs immediately. They will hire tons of developers just in few days. And it's very frustrating, but it doesn't work like that in Ukraine for the last 5 to 8 years. So you have to work to find developers, but as a result, you will have your best team. Ukrainian market is very fast. You should be ready to give feedbacks in 1, maybe 2-3 days. You have to source developers, you have to scout and headhunt if you want to hire people that will work with you successfully and for long term. And you also need to build the communication about your brand to tell why they should apply to your project and not to choose another one.